What's up, Kindness Saves Lives viewers? Today, me and Jalen are actually going to be using our opinions on the suicidal stuff that we kind of mentioned in our last podcast. So let's get started. Right now, I'd like to talk about how people on TikTok, YouTube, and many other social media platforms are saying that they're going to kill themselves and stuff like that on videos. Personally, I've seen them, and Jalen can agree with me on this, that she loves to do lots of commenting on these type of videos. So, Jalen, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I sometimes comment on it feels like 50 videos a day telling them to stay, that they are worthy, and to check us out because we can really help them out, and that's obviously our number one goal.
I agree with Jalen on that. It's very important that we start caring more about the community, as I know a lot of people are starting to bully, because personally I've gotten bullied for like what I say and stuff, and I'm not even saying anything bad, it's just like words that you kind of hear every day. And I know Jalen's been bullied personally before, as we've put on our channels and stuff. So Jalen, would you like to tell us about your experience of being bullied?
Yes, I would. I've been bullied for so many things. Don't get me started. I was once called a ching chong for months because I stood up for a girl who could not even speak English, but people were Google translating inappropriate things to her, and I stood up for her, and I was called a ching chong for it feels like months. And then I had a person call me an albino monkey. I don't even know why or for what reason at all. But I've also had people look at me and be like, why are your cheeks so red? And just random stuff that doesn't even matter. And I think what people don't realize, even if they're not doing it constantly, is that it still does take a mental effect on people. And people don't know what silent battles people are struggling with, and it could be enough to push people over the edge.
Yes, I've personally been bullied, and it hurts. I've gotten in third grade. There was this girl, and she would kick me, she would scratch me, and I had bruises on my legs and I had scratches on my arms from her. But she actually stopped because I worked as a teacher there, and she stopped that. And I'm very thankful for that. But speaking about this bullying topic, we are mostly here to stop that, and we're here also for suicide prevention. But I think when people bully, they just want to get attention. But when you're being bullied or something like that, you want to tell us, this bully. I know this bully might be hurting you, but we also would like to check on this bully. We want to ask, why are you bullying? Is there a certain reason? Because then we'd like to help you stop the bullying, because you actually hurt many people. Jalen, do you have anything to say on this topic?
Yes, I feel like a lot of bullies do bully because they've been hurt or scarred in some way, which is also really unfortunate, but it's also not fair to you that you have to suffer through them bullying you now because they are hurt. Always let a trusted adult know if you're being bullied. They should stop it immediately, and if you don't, you need to be sure you let your parents know, and be sure maybe an administrator is even made aware of it.
Yes. Another thing I would love to state is that people in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, they don't want to report. Even if you're a friend, you know your friend is getting bullied, you won't report it because one reason you might be scared to, because you think that your friend is going to come after you and you're not going to be friends. But you want to report this. This is the most important topic that's going on in schools all over the world. We need to stop this. Stop bullying. Just report it. I know it might be a little scary and it's embarrassing. Trust me, it's been really embarrassing for when I try to stand up for people. But yeah, I still do it. So please, you can help us in this program to help stand up to bullies and help out your friends and even strangers at all. Jalen, do you have anything to say to this too?
Yeah, so reporting bullying or thoughts of suicide or anything that's just overall concerning to you, I do agree that most people are embarrassed to do that and that their friends may call them a snitch for doing it. But honestly, I've had to learn to ignore it because I've had to learn that it's more important to be safe than sorry. I know that's a old saying that a lot of people hear, but it is so true. But I also feel like kids don't want to open up to school counselors about it because they feel like they'll be judged. When in reality, I think school counselors can be a very great resource, especially when they give you great words of wisdom, advice, and things like that. What do you have to say on this topic, Joseph?
I very agree on the counselor thing. I mean, I don't really use counselors because I don't let the bullies take control. So I've been to the counselor's office before, but I think that they are a great resource because they listen to you. As we stated in our last episode, there are so many other resources than just counselors and trusted adults. We've stated so much about our website and 988. I don't think 988 even gets enough credit for all they do. 988 is a suicide prevention line. If you're a friend of someone that's going to commit suicide or something like that, please call them so you can know what to do if they're doing it. Please use 988 for immediate help. If you need help, you can also contact us on our contact page on our website. There are multiple ways to contact us, like on our Facebook, Pinterest, and other social media, which is also located onto our website. I think these resources can be very useful, and instead of just not using them, you need to use them. Just don't leave them hanging because you matter and you might want this help. Jalen, do you have anything to also comment on this part?
Yes, I do agree. 988, the suicide prevention line, does not get enough credit for all they do. They are available 24/7. Call, chat, or text, and you can tell them about how you're feeling and why you're feeling this way, and they can offer you advice and words of wisdom. And like we've mentioned, if you're afraid of the cost, guess what? All of this is free. Your mental health is not something that should be brushed under the rug. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Just because you can't see it like you can someone is sick or someone is injured. Mental health, you can't see it. You can't tell something's wrong. So if you really do think something's wrong, it's always okay to be like, hey, are you okay? Or hey, you seem a little sadder than usual. Are you okay? And believe it or not, that really could save a life. Another thing is the social media post. I don't know always if people are doing it for attention or if really it's a cry for help. I do have several close friendships from acting with people because I've messaged them and stayed in contact with them through social media, school, things like that. So yeah, do you have anything to add, Joseph?
I would add that all of these resources that can be used, please take advantage of because they are here for you. If you don't think that using these resources are going to work, you're wrong. They will absolutely work, which is the perfect thing. Please use these because they can really help out. Jalen, would you like to start up on another topic?
Would love to. I feel like suicide also, it's not just due to bullying. There can be a million other reasons someone wants to commit suicide, which is very unfortunate. Some people maybe with very bad anxiety want to commit suicide. Maybe some people with very bad depression who feel like they're never happy want to commit suicide. But also, there's so many more reasons someone wants to commit suicide because we're all so different and diverse. You'll never know what someone's going through or why someone wants to commit. Another thing is that ways of telling someone is not okay. We're so different and we're so diverse and we all cope differently and we're all so different that you'll never be able to tell because we're all going to be so different. I might look sadder, but Joseph might look just as happy and be going through way worse than I am. You'll never know. So just like we've said relentlessly, please, if you feel like something is wrong, it is always okay to ask them or let a trusted adult know. Do you have anything to say on that, Joseph?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would love to talk about when people are bullied, they might report it to a counselor, and that bully might be taken to the counselor's office and maybe get suspended for just a reason because they bullied. Well, when they come back, they still act like a bully. And I know this because this happened to one of my friends where she got bullied and this kid got suspended for bullying her, and he came back kind of acting the same. And I think this is it's very not taken into so much consideration, as this is so horrible and this is what can cause suicide. And I feel so bad that had to happen to my friend, but she's actually more happy now. She's not getting bullied anymore, and that's what I'm very happy about. Jalen, would you like to comment in on anything?
Yeah, I would. So mental health it's just such a topic that's brushed under the rug. I could go about this all day long. People are always struggling with something internally. Always. And you will never know because you're not them. So never judge someone based on their cover. Never judge a book by their cover, because you never know what's going on internally with that person, and you'll never know until you step into their shoes. And I feel like a lot of people do judge just based on looks, but I really feel like that's something we also, as humans, need to stop doing. It's not just me, it's not just Joseph, it's everyone in this world, and I feel like we can all relate to it a lot. Joseph, anything you would like to add?
I would love to add something. I think that when people get bullied, it's just a matter of time before something happens, because you bully someone and they commit suicide because of that, it sticks with you forever and you feel horrible about it. Like you would be like, if you were the bully, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I just made someone commit suicide. And that can never be erased because it's a permanent thing. Committing suicide is a permanent thing. You have your whole life ahead of you and you're just ending it because of bullying. And I know that it's hard to get through this type of stuff, but you need to let it go through one ear and out the other. Don't let it go through one ear and stay in your head forever. It just makes it hurt even more. When I get bullied, I just smile. Like, I think that smiling would be the best because, it can make the bully be like, this is laughing. But that's just what I do. If you smile sometimes too, we might not know what you're going through. But that's just what I do. If you're getting bullied, like we all said earlier, and I know I've mentioned this a lot, call 988 or use our website. This is a very important topic that's always getting shoved under a rug and not being worried about. But millions of kids every year are committing suicide because of bullying and other reasons. This needs to stop immediately, because I know some people that have committed suicide and it's not good. I think that we need to take more consideration into this all across the world. Even if you don't know the person that might be going through something, always check in with them if you think they are. So, I think that's a lot of topics that we've gone through. We can go through one more topic, I think, and we can end this here. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening in. I know this is a long podcast. We're going to do one more topic, and then we can get you out of this podcast so you can go do some other things. Jalen, would you like to start another another topic?
Yes, I really would. So I feel like also when you know someone is struggling with thoughts of suicide or is struggling with bullying or depression or anxiety or any of these things, I think more than just one or two students need to go to a trusted adult, if we can get 10 or 11 or 20 or 30 students going to counselors and administration about what is going on, I think that could really help and be sure it gets put to an end quicker than it normally is. Is there anything you'd like to add on the topic?
Yeah, I agree. Administration, they don't do much as helping because they don't do much in counseling. But what these administrators could be doing is going in and making sure that these kids are doing okay. I think that people that aren't getting enough help are just getting hurt even more because they're not getting help. And I think that's it for our podcast for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening in. I know this is a long podcast, and I'd like to leave our closeout to Jalen.
Yes, as Joseph said, thank you so much for watching our podcast. Remember, you are worthy, you do matter, and you do belong. Remember, you can always contact us at kindnesscansave@gmail.com, where you can email us, or you can contact us on our contact form on our website at kindnesscansave.weebly.com. And as always, if you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, suicidal crisis line is 988. Thank you so much. This is Jalen signing out.
And this is Developer J signing off. Thank you so much, guys, for listening in, and we will see you guys in our next episode. Bye, guys.